Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stella Rose and today we are doing another Shop My Stash. I am honestly really glad to be back. Excuse me. I hope everybody had a really good Mother's Day this last weekend. I know I did, except I did get burned from my curling iron when I was trying to do my hair. But whatever, it's fine. It's only a 2nd-degree burn. Whatever. Anywho, we're going to go over what is on my face today, and then we're going to go over everything else that was inside the drawer. Some of the things that I did not get to use this past week, I will probably be keeping in the drawer, in addition to picking, obviously, some new makeup to use next week. So the first thing that I'm just going to grab random. I'm not going to go in any certain order or like face order or whatever. I have the Ofra Makeup Fixer Setting Spray. I have not used it until today. I think I used it maybe one other time, like many months ago. So I don't really remember how this works. It's got a good mister. It covered a lot of area, so I only had to spray it like 4 or 5 times, which is really nice. However, I do like to use setting spray, and it kind of like drenched my face after the 4 or 5 times. So if you want something where you can use a little bit more, this one has really good coverage though. I do like that about that. And it doesn't smell bad or anything like that. So that's a good thing. The next thing is the PYT Beauty. This is the Baby Got Base Primer. This is the 2nd time I'm using it this week. However, the first time I used it, I had to take off all my makeup, and I will explain why in some of the other products that are coming up here soon. So I really don't know how I feel about it. Again, I literally just got it maybe a month or so ago, and this week is like the first time I've used it. So I'm still deciding on what to do with it, whether I like it or not. Today I did end up using the Patrick Ta bronzer. This is a cream and powder. So the cream is underneath this little flap, and then I have it in the shade She's Statuesque. I was scared to try it out like for the first time a while back, but you know, I mean, as long as you have a good handle on what you're trying to do, and you like, you know, keep trying to use it to get better at the application, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I'm still like bronzer, kind of cream bronzer scares me. So there's that. For highlighter, I did use the Jaclyn Cosmetics Loose Highlighter in Extra. It's like a gold kind of, it's very shiny. Like it's in your face shiny. It's not, I still don't know how I feel about it. I've used it, maybe this is like the 2nd or 3rd time that I've even used it on my face. So I don't really prefer loose highlighters. So I don't know exactly what to do with it. For powder, I did use the e.l.f. powder. This is in Soft Luminescence. I don't really notice too much of a glow on my face with this powder, so maybe it's just like, you know, a good finishing powder or whatever. It doesn't bother me any. One of the eyeshadows that I have on is this Colourpop in the shade Frog. I have it just on the inner corners to just kind of trying to lighten up on the inner corners. I do like it. It's still creamy. I've had it for over a year now, and pretty impressed that it's still creamy. Sorry, my AC is kicking on, so you're gonna hear that now. I do have from Melt, this is the, I can't remember, the Monarcha Palette. It's a bunch of blush and some shimmer blushes as well. I combined these two right here. This one right here is a matte. This is Sonrisa, and then this is kind of a shimmer, and it's Feliz. This is the first time I've used this palette, so I mean, they've got really some pretty colors. I'm kind of scared of this one. So it's really bright and pink, and I haven't even swatched it yet, so I don't know how it's gonna look, especially on my face once you just like blend it out. So we'll see. Also on my eyes, I do have the Avocado Toast from BH Cosmetics. I have the shade Paprika, which is kind of like a brownie neutral shade, and then we have Pit. which is the darker brown shade, as well as Expensive, which is a shimmer brown shade. So I kind of went like with a brown look today because my shirt is kind of like a burgundy, so I kind of wanted to like make it go together or whatever. For foundation, I didn't really use a foundation. I think this is more of a, yeah, it's a skin tint. This is the Sunshine Skin Tint from Milk. Sorry for shaking my camera. I have mine in the shade Fair. It's got a little roller ball for the application, and it just kind of squirts out from this little itty bitty trigger that you push from the bottom, and it squirts up and it kind of jets out a little bit onto the ball, and then you just roll it on your face. It's not very hygienic if you are very about that kind of stuff, because you are putting it on your face. I mean, unless you want to put it on a sponge and then put it on your face, but I don't really care either way. It's going on my face and my face alone, so I don't worry about that. I did like it. So I just put it on for like the second time. Again, like some of the stuff I haven't really used much, especially the skin tints, because I didn't want to use them during the winter. I wanted to use them more towards now in the summer. So that's why I'm starting to try to get some of the use out of my skin tints. That one seemed, it, you know, it went on pretty well. It had good coverage. I did use this concealer, the Kosas Revealer, the brightening concealer in the shade 0.5N. I like to use this as a brightener, but I did use it to spot conceal some areas because I did use the skin tint today. I knew it wasn't going to be like a good coverage for some of my blemishes that are sticking out right now, and my scar that's right up here. But I do like this concealer. For brows, I have the Wonder Beauty Frame Your Face Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Dark Brown. It's not terrible. I actually like it. It's kind of like the Benefit. It's got a precision tip. It's got the spoolie on the other side. It works really well for, you know, kind of trying to add to if you have like a naked brow. Mine over here is like non-existent, so I have to like define my brow over on that side. It's really annoying, but anyway, I also use the ABH. This one is the Dip Brow Gel, but it's obviously in brush form. The spoolie is pretty big for a brow brush, in my opinion, because I'm used to using the Benefit, which is a lot smaller. This one's in the shade Dark Brown. I do like it. It's not terrible. For eyeliner, I did use a brown eyeliner. This is the Stella Smudge Stick Waterproof Eyeliner in Spice. It's just a, you know, I don't know if you'd call it a gel, but it's just like a, you know, you twist it up and everything. I like it. I would repurchase that if, you know, I was out of that one, because I only have 2 brown eyeliners, I think. So, from MAC Cosmetics, I have the Black Stack mascara. It's not a bad mascara. The wand is kind of interesting. It goes, you know, it's flat and then it kind of bristles out. It's really good for getting like your lower lash line in certain areas, and then, you know, if you do a double coat, kind of like make sure like it really kind of lengthens your eyelashes, which I do like. Now, on my lips, I have 2 things. So I have the Pat McGrath Blitz Trance Lipstick in Skin Sane. So it's kind of like a pinky nude. And then I have the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Diamond, which is in one of my projects on my lips as well. That's everything that's on my face. So let's just go ahead and really kind of go quickly because we're already about 10 minutes in to the Shop My Stash. I'm trying to keep them lower so you guys can watch it. Let's go over what was in the drawer for the rest of the week. For mascara, I also had the Maybelline Sky High. I still don't know how I feel about it. It's interesting. I thought it would give me a lot more of a lengthening effect, but maybe I'm just not putting on enough coats. So maybe I'll try it again next week and see how it works for me. For eyeliner, I have the Ojos Perfectos liquid eyeliner in Night by Araceli. I love this eyeliner. It's a liquid eyeliner. And then I have the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Zero. That one's good too. For blush, I did have a cream blush from Fenty. This is the Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blush in the shade Crush on Cupid. This is a bright pink. I don't believe I used it last week, so this is going to be one of the ones that will be staying in my drawers so I can get some use out of it, see how I feel about it, and go from there. Powder, I had the Kosas Airy Cloud Set baked. I think this is baked. The baked face powder. If I can come up with words, that would be great. I like it. It's not terrible. It's not, you know, like one of the best I've ever had, but you know, it's not bad. I would definitely, you know, keep using it and stuff. For foundation, I had the Forever Skin Glow by Dior. This one's in the shade 0 In. It is a good shade match, unfortunately. I feel so light when you know, it's 0 In. Like, I know that there's people lighter than me. Like, my wife is whiter than me. So, I mean, like, and I'm a 0. Do I look like a 0? I mean, I'm a little tan on my arms, and, you know, my hair is ridiculous and everything, and, you know, I got sunburned and all this fun stuff, but, I mean, am I really a 0? Jeez. And then this is what I was talking to you about earlier, about how there was something in my collection that I was very disappointed in with that PYT primer. This is the Urban Decay Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. It has medium coverage for up to 24-hour wear. I have mine in the shade 10 Ultra Fair. If you are my skin color, do not get this. It is way too light. Like, it went on white. Like, the color white. Like white. On my face. And it messed up my whole makeup look. I tried to, like, you know, put more bronzer on. I tried to put more blush on, and, you know, I don't know how to fix a white foundation if I've already put it on my face, and, you know, whatever. But I cannot wear this. I liked how, you know, it went on. I liked the coverage. I liked how creamy it was and easy to apply and not cakey. However, it was too light, so I couldn't wear it throughout the day and see how it would have worked on my face for the longevity of it. So I'm just gonna have to buy a shade that will actually work for my skin tone, unfortunately. I do have the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Love this stuff. It is amazing. The Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Concealer. This is in the shade Fair 20N. It is a good shade match for me when I wear, you know, during the summer and everything. I don't think I used that at all this week because it was maybe one time, if that. I don't think I used it at all this week because most of my foundations are lighter. You know, like if you hold up the Dior and hold up this one, which one's lighter? This one. So, I mean, I couldn't wear that as an under eye brightener. So I had to, you know, basically wear this one all week. For highlighter, one of the highlighters, I have the Hourglass Vanish Flash Gold. This is just a creamy gold highlighter. I do apply it with a brush. I don't apply it directly on my skin or anything like that because otherwise, you know, my makeup gets messed up or something happens and I get irritated and take everything off and just restart again and then just like toss it to the side and don't want to use it. It makes me mad. For primer, I also had the Touch in Sol No Problem Primer. This I've only used one time. It's supposed to be a smoothing and pore covering perfection kind of primer. I don't know what it did for me. I'm gonna have to keep testing. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put this in for next week as well. I need to keep testing it out because I've only used it one time. I still don't know how I feel about it, and that's what's irritating me about some of my stuff in my collection is that I have it and I don't know how I feel about it. So I me to retest it out or test it out for the first time, because I know that there are things in my collection I've never used before. So I did just get a why can't I think of it? Here we go. M Cosmetics liquid blush. This one's in the shade Venetian Rose. It's like a dropper, so you push it in and it sucks up, and then you deposit. I deposit it on right here, and then I take a stipple brush and I just like stipple it on. I actually I used it one time this last week. It's really good. It's a good formula. It's very, it's actually pigmented, so don't use a lot. It's kind of like the Rare Beauty blush in the pigmentation, but you know, you have to use a little bit less of the Rare Beauty in the liquid form than the M kind of spreads around more easily. I also had this highlighter. This is also from M Cosmetics. It's Heaven's Glow Blush. It is a really nice, pretty kind of golden shade. I did like that. I also used the M Cosmetics Cream Blush in the shade Lychee. I don't know how to say it. Correct me. Was it the first time or the second time that I said it right? Lychee or lychee? I don't know. But this is the shade. It's kind of like a peachy pink. It's really pretty, and it goes on well. Again, I use a brush. Otherwise, it will make me mad. I did not get to this Milk stick highlighter in the shade Lit, so I will be putting it in for next week. I don't know how I feel about it. It's one of the ones that I just kind of don't want to use, but I have a face palette. This is from Because Cosmetics. They are an MLM, and this is very pigmented, so you only need a little bit of product. I think they have one highlighter. This is the highlighter. These are face powders. I think that's a banana powder or something that looks yellow. And then we have 3 tones of bronzer, or you could use this, I guess, as a contour or something like that. But I like to mix these two. I don't think I've ever used this shade. It looks a little orange for me. So, it's really pigmented. I don't know how I feel about it. Again, I picked it up. Haven't used it in quite a while. So I am unsure about this. I think I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I want to put it in for another week. I mean, I'll think about it. Maybe I'll put it back in my collection, and then if I feel like I need to grab it this next week, then I'll grab it. Oh well. Then I did have the Park Ave Princess from Tarte, and it's got all these bronzer shades, and it's got some of the finishing powders and whatnot. I like to mix these two. The first one is Carrot, and then this is Princess Cut. And I like to mix those together. I don't think I've ever used either of these. This is kind of like a sparkling bronzer, and I don't really like sparkly bronzers, so, but it smells like chocolate. It's really yummy, and I do like this palette. So that is something that I really do enjoy. Last but not least, we have the eyeshadows that I also use this week. We have a Charlotte Tilbury single shadow in Star Gold. This is from Eyes to Mesmerize. Last week I didn't show you what it looked like because I only had one hand, because I was going through my collection and showing you what I was picking. But this is the color. It's super pretty. It's really good for like a one and done look, or however you want to fix it up with. But it's really pretty. Also, again, I had a Colourpop palette. This one's by the Rosé. My wife bought it for me for Mother's Day. And I used it one time. It was so pretty. I think I actually used it on Mother's Day. Like, I love these colors. These colors are so pretty. I love pinks. And it, you know, the eye look that I had was just, it was gorgeous. And that, again, that was the day I burned myself. So now we are gonna go ahead and shop my stash. Alrighty, so now we are in the shop my stash portion. Again, my AC is blowing, so I do apologize for the loud noise in the background if there is one. Hope there isn't, but you know, stuff happens. It's hot, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna go through the palettes that I'm choosing. I have this little, because I can't find my normal pink basket that I had been using, you know. So I've got a dirty Christmas basket that says peace. I'm just trying to use what I can find at the moment. So we have these palettes right here. So this is the ABH Modern Renaissance palette. I am going to be using this next week. because it is a really nice neutral palette, and there are some pops of, you know, the pinks and whatnot. I do like the shimmers as well. It's a really nice formula. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. Then I do have a Colourpop palette. This is the Flutter by palette. It's a lot of purples and some neutrals as well to deepen in the corners and whatnot. I think it's really pretty. I do enjoy some glitters. So we're gonna go ahead and do that palette. And then last but not least, we have the BH Mimosa palette. These are some pretty fun, you know, like summer, spring colors, and I think that it would be cute to put some of this on. And I haven't used it too much. I've used it a few times, but just, you know, I like it and I haven't used it. I'm also gonna, you know, do this right here. We had all this stuff from last week. I'm just gonna go ahead and actually keep all this stuff in my Shop My Stash for this next week. This is the Urban Decay eye pencil, the Araceli. This is the Stella brown eyeliner. Then we have the two brow products. One's from Wonder, the other one's from ABH. The MAC mascara and the Sky High from Maybelline. So we're gonna go ahead and just grab all this and bring it in as well. Apparently we're gonna throw it too. However, you know how I don't ever grab any kind of lip products? I'm gonna go ahead and grab this Tower 28 in the shade Cashew. You know, I got it for a second. Nah, whatever. So it's a nice pretty brown. It's just a lip gloss. So we're gonna go in and see how I feel about that. I've used it like one time just to see what it was like, and I didn't mind the formula, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that as well. The reason why I have better lighting is because I have my ring light right over here to see if it's gonna work any better for me. So now we're gonna go ahead and come down here to my dirty drawers that I need to clean off because they look really gross. All the fingerprints and whatnot. I am sorry. Okay, top drawer. So we've got primers and powders. I am gonna go ahead and choose another primer that I haven't used in a while, and I think that I'm gonna go ahead and choose the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is just the original. I haven't used it much. It's kind of a dupe for the Tarte Silk Canvas, the one in the container like this. This is the liquid one. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one, and then I think I am also going to grab. I haven't used this in a while either. So we're gonna go ahead and do the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. This is also a blurring primer, kind of like the Poreless is the e.l.f. is a Poreless primer. So we're gonna go ahead and just grab those two, and then, you know, there's some other ones I need to figure out how I feel about because I haven't ever used before, but we'll get to it some other time. For powders, I have all these over here, and I believe I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Charlotte Tilbury. I don't believe I've ever used it. This one's in the shade 1 Fair. Let's look real quick because I really don't think I've ever used this one. Oh my goodness. I think I got it. Maybe. If I can open it, good Lord. Yeah, never used it. We're gonna go ahead and grab that, and then I'm also gonna grab something that I absolutely love, and that is the Laura Mercier Powder and Translucent. This is such a good powder, finishing powder, love it. Next drawer, we have setting sprays and concealers, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Charlotte Tilbury. This is gonna be the only one I grab because I have two in Project Pans that are still in my drawer. And then I'm also gonna go ahead and grab my Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer. Mine is in the shade 16N. So we'll grab that one. And then I think I'm also going to grab, I haven't used this one in a while, I don't think. This one's in the shade Swan, I believe. Snow. This is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. So we'll go ahead and grab those two concealers. And then for setting sprays, oh yeah, I already did setting spray, duh. For foundations, I'm gonna go ahead and do the Glowish by Huda Beauty. This is a skin tint, I believe. Yeah, skin tint. It says it right there. If you could, camera does not like to focus. Multi-Dew skin tint. Mine's in the shade 01 Fair, right there. Sorry, my camera hates me today. So we'll grab that. And then I think I'm also gonna grab this Estee Lauder. I just got this one. This is the Futurist Hydro Rescue. It's moisturizing. It's got SPF 45. I have mine in the same shade as I have my Double Wear. I love my Double Wear. So it is the 1 in 2 Ecru, and it's supposed to be really good as well. So we're gonna try this out. I think that's it for foundation. Maybe actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull this into. I don't know how the shade is gonna work for me. It looks really light, but we'll just try it out. It's Light Porcelain. It's from NYX. It's the Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. I don't do a lot of full coverage, so we'll just see how I feel about it. Next, we have my messy drawer. I am gonna grab a palette, but it is not gonna be that Because Cosmetics one. It is going to be my Benefit Earth Angel palette. I freaking love this palette. It's got some really pretty colors in it. It's got a bronzer, blush, and highlight. So we've got the Hula bronzer, the Cookie highlighter, and then 2 blushes. This one's Georgia, and then this one is Honeymoon. It was a new shade when it came out. It's super pretty, but I haven't used it for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that. I am going to grab one more bronzer, and I believe I'm going to grab... Hey, there's where my highlighter went. I was looking for that. I think I'm going to do the Revlon Skin Lights bronzer. This is a prismatic bronzer in the shade 115 Sunkissed Beam. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then for blush... Sorry, my feet are hurting. I'm sitting on my feet. For blush, I'm going to grab just one because I have 2 in that palette. And I'm going to grab a cream blush. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab, you know what, I'm going to grab 2 cream because if I don't like this one, then I need to grab another one. So I'm going to try this one, see how I feel about it. I don't think I've ever used it. I think I've just swatched it. What is it? It is the Lip and Cheek in the shade Work, W-E-R-K. So we'll try this one. And then one more, I think I might do this Melt. I think this is in Sandy. Yeah, Sandy Cheeks. It's the cream blush light. It's kind of like a peachy, if I can open it. I can't open it with one hand, guys. I suck at life. I'm just kidding. See if I can open it back. Oh, crap. Look at me just destroy. Hey, look, I hit Pam. Destroying. I will try to press that in there. Oh, well, you caught it on camera, you know. So, well, there we go. So I hit Pam. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and grab this one. I'm gonna try to repress it since I've just destroyed it. We'll just do that real quick. Ooh. Anyway, yeah, so that is all the blush and the bronzer and the face palettes that I'm going to choose for the next week. Last drawer is highlighter, and we are just... I honestly, you know what? I'm going to grab this one that was just hiding for me. This is the Wet n Wild Blossom Glow. It's kind of like a pinky one. I love the Wet n Wild Mega Glows. They're super pretty. So we'll put that in this box. And then I have stuff way back here. You know what? I'm going to grab that Becca. I don't ruin all the yummy stuff I have on my fingers. Nope, wrong one. Oh well, you know what? I haven't used this one in a while either. So let's see if I can open it with just one hand again without digging my whole hand in there. You know, I got blush on it, but whatever. This is in the shade Opal, I believe? Pearl? This is kind of a really white highlighter. It looks like it's starting to get really chalky, so we're gonna go ahead and see how I feel about this one. And go from there. So we'll also put that in here. Okay, so I've got 2 highlighters. And then blush. You know what? Let's grab, no, because I have one in this palette right here. So we'll go ahead and use the highlight in here as well as those other two that I just grabbed. So now that we have everything that we need, we can go ahead and put all this plus what's up here in my drawers, and then we'll get going. Alrighty, now we have everything laid out in our two drawers. We have the eyeshadow palettes over here, the lip glosses, eyeliners, brow products, mascaras. We have the eyeshadow or a mascara topper, and this one and this one and this and this are in Project Pans. And then coming over here, we have our primers. This is Project. Foundations right here. We have our concealers, our two powders. We have bronzer, setting spray. We have the face palette. We have our three blushes, and they're all cream. I totally didn't think about that, besides, you know, the two in here, obviously. And then we have our two highlighters. I swear I picked another highlighter. I can't even remember what I did like 20 minutes ago. Because, yeah, I'm weird like that. Anyway, so we have everything laid out in for the next week. There's some new products that I, you know, want to test out, other ones that I want to test out again, see how I feel about them, and go from there. So yeah, I hope everyone has had a wonderful weekend. I hope you have a wonderful next week, and remember to stay beautiful.